What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tim Bradley, Errol, the true Spence, and Terence, Bud Crawford. Get this. Bradley states that Spence is running away from Crawford. I'm worried about his eye in the Ugas fight. Timothy Bradley has developed into one of the best, most brutally honest analysts ever. Since retiring himself in 2016, the former 140 and 147-pound champion nearly serves as a colorful commentator for ESPN, and the boxer turned broadcaster joined Max's Kellerman show, Max on Boxing, to give his breakdown, okay? And this is what he had to say. He said, yeah, Spence is a next-level super type a fighter. I believe that, but I think he's running from Terence Crawford. To be honest with you, said Bradley, how do I see Spence versus Ugas? He said it's a tough fight, but an easier fight than Terence Crawford. Ooh. Yordenis Ugas, he's a waiter. He's a counterpuncher. We've seen Errol in the ring against counterpunchers. Danny Garcia was a counterpuncher, and Mikey Garcia was a counterpuncher. We've seen that what Spence can do against those type of guys. He can use his jab from the outside, he can dominate from the outside, and he can come around the guard of those guys. He can dictate the pace. That's what he's going to do against Ugas. My only concern is in the fight is Spence's eye. You got to understand, you can have no hands, you can have no feet. You got to have eyes to be able to see inside the ring. And when one of your lenses is messed up, you got to understand that it tells your brain what you're seeing. Your eyes are telling your brain what you're seeing. So I think with Spence, I'm worried about his eye. It's not going to be 100%. Once you get surgery on something, it's never the same. It's different. Oh, wow. Okay. So, he also said going into the Spence versus Ugas, I worry about the coordination and how Spence is feeling and how he's seeing. And all these things are affected by his vision. So I think it's going to be a good fight. Bradley said, I think Spence will come up on top, but I think it's a challenging fight for him in that sense, stylistically. And I think his style favors Ugas. Let me counterpunch. We've seen Ugas in many situations. We've seen him fight another southpaw, one of probably the best southpaws of this generation, Manny Pacquiao, and we've seen how he handled it, even though the Manny Pacquiao that was in front of him really wasn't using his legs like he should. But, you know, I don't think that it would have stopped that jab. That jab would have hit Manny Pacquiao anyway. I just think Manny Pacquiao couldn't spring like a puma or a jaguar like he normally does, okay? Because he mentioned cramps and those type of things in his legs. That's why I'm glad he retired, because if he was having problems with his legs, that takes a lot out of his effective game for offense, okay? So, but that did not stop Ugas from popping him in the face each and every time he threw the jab or wanted to throw the jab. He was good at distance in there with Manny Pacquiao. Errol the True Spence, is he running from Terence Crawford? There's a possibility he is, but even if he was, or even if he did want to fight, I don't think he could. Okay, I just think that over there on that side of the street, they do different things and different rules. That's why he was adamant on only fighting over there, because he could not fight anywhere else due to, however, he's bonded. His bondage is to the PBC Showtime lineup. Okay, but Yordenis Ugas, I do worry about Spence's eye, because it could get jacked up. He could come out looking like Daniel Dubois, because Ugas knows how to jab. He knows the distance. He's a bigger guy. He's like the same height as Errol Spence, damn near. He has a lot of experience. He doesn't have as much power as I'd like him to have, but it is what it is. And if he does mess that eye up, that could stop that fight. So a lot of things people need to pay attention to, because I sure as hell know that Ugas is paying attention to Errol Spence in that eye situation and what he hears that goes down, the gossip line and all that stuff. So I do think that. I think Spence just doesn't want Terence Crawford because, they bring money up. When in doubt, bring up money. Those type of things. But Ugas does have a serious threat My concern about Ugas is maybe the Pacquiao fight was his last hurrah on that higher level. You never know. Hopefully it's not. I hope he gets the victory. That would be good for boxing. Get Errol Spence's ass out of there. Let's crush the whole potential whatever. Let's crush that. Him just picking random fights here and there. That's not cool. But Ugas, you got the right one. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Timothy Bradley stating that Errol Spence will come out on top, but Ugas will serve a difficult task for Errol Spence. Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.